A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 14 on that one. It's going for the Baltimore first down.
That's a good enough game. Their team is building well. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Another run here with Dobbins.
And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Brandon Graham, great pursuit there, getting the tackle for loss.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Make it up on the next one possession, boys.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 16. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That is caught for Sean Bateman. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. 6-0 our score after 1.
Three more points.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, still in the first half here, a long way to go. And he went backwards. They'll be down at the 30. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Hurts to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run with Sanders. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Sanders, and not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he'll only get a couple here. They'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have time to talk things over as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
On the race.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Grant Calcaterra taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. On the move to him, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. The Ravens send their punter out now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example of that. Those guys really learn from their assignments. This assignment team that is putting the message to the defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it up. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he is going to lose yardage here. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll run the toss here, Edwards. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Yeah, it's a 4-yard loss. Really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Ready?
Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Houston able to get him down for the loss. And it brings up 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Now Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson is going to get this one out to his fullback. And this one goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. To throw is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
During this game, try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice step they just made that lead.
Well, a shot taken on the 3rd down. It's going to wind up incomplete.
This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll be brought down. It's going to turn out to be a final play of this 3rd quarter. To the scoring drive here in the 3rd. Nothing yet going for either side.
Let's go.
Play action. Now Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts, throw left side complete. That's Sanders.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and you watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. Defensively, in the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. They'll look to throw here. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they will stop him short. They get him back right at the 27, no first down. So the completion was also 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goedert. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game.
Here we go, set.
Once again with Sanders. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And just a short gain. That time is able to get down. Ravens going to use really on timeouts as they head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A field goal gets them the lead, but they'll risk it here on 4th and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Grant Calcaterra, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
Throwing. Jackson. Dobbins with it.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Jackson to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I think I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all.
Consistent. Made up my mind.